Welcome to 10th chapter of Metaphysical Art of War. This is mainly on the talk about absolute, man's eternal quest about the absolute. Actually, man lives throughout his life for happiness, for success. He thinks that if he gets good female, good wife, he will be successful. He gets good car, new car, big house, and all the modern inventions by science. He will be successful and he will be happy. But later on, in due course of time, he finds that he is not happy. Then he starts searching for who he is. Who am I? When he says, "Who am I?" then he is in the track of knowing the knowledge of absolute. That's what the 10th chapter of Art of War, Metaphysical Art of War, is about, knowing of the absolute. You see, all the philosophers in the Asian countries and the Western world were talking about absolutes, working on absolute. That is from Hegel to Aristotle, Immanuel Kant. Einstein was attracted by Immanuel Kant. You see, his space-and-time philosophy is based on Immanuel Kant. Because whatever you see in invention is also all have the basis of philosophy. Without that, this tangibility is not possible. Philosophers' way is of love, is of thinking, overthinking. If suppose a scientist says that from here to moon, the distance is this and this, he asks philosophers, is that precise? Then he had to write APPRX on a bracket because it's not precise. But you see, if you read about Einstein, that's why he was not for intellectuality. Because what is intellectuality is memory power. How much you can remember in your memory, that's how intellectuality is defined in the basis. Of course, creativity comes later. So in normal, it is that. That's why Einstein was interested more on imagination. If you can imagine, you can think, you can create. You can get anything in this world. That's what law of attraction says. It has been said by the ancient texts of Vedic philosophy that if you are a part of, undivided part of that whole, whatever you want, you can get it. Whatever you want, you can achieve it. Provided you want it. It may take time. That's how you are a creator of your destiny. Because if it takes time, then you are traveling in the time, framework of time. You are a spiritual being traveling in this material world. Now when you talk about these subjects, it is all about knowing of absolute. Bhagavad Gita is a martial arts legend. There's nothing as in Bhagavad Gita. You will not find this kind of text anywhere in the world where the philosophy is spoken in the midst of arena. That's what I've started with this first chapter. Then I explained subsequently, went on with how body is involved and how those 5 enemies in the body works out with. When I was first teaching martial arts, I made a big emblem where 5 horses are there. One man is riding the horse. And horse are depicting of different senses. And this man is controlling the senses. Mind is there, soul is there, he's totally confused. It's very difficult to control the mind. It's very difficult. I have been struggling throughout my life. I started working from 9th standard on different institutions. I worked for Hotel Overwise, for Neville Dogs. But I was thinking I'll control the mind, but it's not possible. It's impossible to control the mind. I realized later on I wrote down in my diary that it's impossible to control mind. That's how I was in the track and I started reading and I had my own experiences. Whatever I'm saying, I'm writing is my experiences. I publish books, but now I'm putting in YouTube, I'm giving my knowledge, my awareness. Because rather putting it in an e-book, it takes a lot of time. At times the system doesn't take chapters. At times it asks for chapters. You have to be aware in a different way. So this is a very easy way to give the knowledge, so I'm giving it so. So here, Lord Shri Krishna starts with this talk. He says, that it comes like that, Shri Krishna Vacha, Lord Shri Krishna says, Bhuya eva mahabaho, shrume paramam vachaha, yatte aham priyamanai, vakshyami hitakamyaya. Again here to my supreme words, O mighty armed, because you are dear to me. This is being told to Arjuna, who is mighty armed warrior. I shall give you the knowledge higher than explained earlier. न मे विदुः सुरगणाः प्रभो न महर्षयः अहम् आदिर्हि देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वसः. Neither demigods nor gods or the great sages, they know about my whereabouts. That's what Lord Krishna says, or my origin. For in every respect, I am the source of demigods and the great sages. Yo mam jamnadicca veti loka maheshwaram asammudah sa maryeshu sarva papeh pramuchyate. Anyone who knows I am unborn as beginningless, as the Supreme Lord of all subtle and gross worlds, he only undeluded, away from the illusions, among men is freed from all sins. Buddhirajnana sammoha kshama satyam tamah samah sukham dukkham bhavo abhavo bhayam cha abhayame eva cha. All these qualities in human are created by me. That's what Lord Krishna says. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of senses, control of mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, non-fear, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infaming. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone, so said Lord Krishna.